So this is the first working version, first prototype of my diver navigation and communication system that I'm working on. This actually consists of a surface unit which floats in this buoy that you see right here where it says diver below. In this surface unit we have an ESP32 that has a GPS unit in here. You can see this. It's got a radio communication system that can communicate digitally back to the boat. And then it also has a sensor that is attached over to here. And then the sensor right here will actually attach to the cable of the diver handheld unit, which is this thing. And the diver handheld unit will attach by wire. So as I go down below, I'll be diving with this thing, this handheld unit. I've 3D printed a prototype case. This is an opened, ignore this section here, that's going to be covered. But then between the GPS and then the sensor on the tether, I'll be able to locate exactly where the diver is below the surface. So I'm sitting out here in my house here near Lighthouse Point, and this is our location. So I've got 3 buttons down here that I'm going to be replacing these with sensors that will allow me to seal the unit so no water will seep in. But I've got 3 buttons through here, so you can see that I've got inside of this there's actually a Raspberry Pi. There's a camera unit that's in there. There's a pressure sensor that you can kind of see behind here, and that opening is going to be exposed on the final case. That gives me the depth that we're swimming. And there's also a digital compass inside that helps when I turn and can kind of show the direction of where I'm facing. And then if I got like I'm going to run a simulator unit here to do a simulated dive, come over here to my settings and say I'm going to start simulation. So this will take me out to an area near, it's called the Neptune Reef out in Miami, where there's a memorial reef. But you can see the map that's moving down there. Actually found a really nice set of data that's got great sonar images. So when I'm diving, I'll actually be able to use those sonar images to get a really good look at the reef and the area that's around it to kind of see what's interested in swimming to. The boat position, wherever it's at, is relayed over to the surface unit, which gets relayed down to where I'm at. You can see in my simulator we're at 24 feet, and this is the GPS position that we're at. And then if I found something interesting, I can click over here and I can say I want to send a message to the boat, and I can say, hey, I'm on my way up, or I need help, or hey, I found some good lobster here. Pop that off. That will send a message to the boat. The boat will also be able to communicate back to me with the diver. So if somebody on the boat says we've got an emergency and we need to bring the divers up, they'll be able to broadcast to the surface unit, which will come down on the screen in a pop-up message. I can also do things like I can set a waypoint. So if I found a real interesting dive spot right here, I can set a new waypoint and pick from several little icons that I've got. Like if I said this is where I found the good lobster, then that'll park the lobster marker right there. And so that's what I got, zooming in and out with these things. I'm still working on some of the features. The camera works, but I haven't actually integrated it in with the software here. So that's the next thing to do, to be able to snap pictures. I'll have to do some experimentation to find out if I've got enough speed on this radio system here to be able to communicate pictures back to the boat. I might be able to get away with 1 or 2 still pictures. I'm certain I cannot get away with motion video. This is just a PVC thing. This is going to be redone, and then this unit I'm actually going to redo this too, to show a little bit better how I'm going to redo this. I'm going to be casting this materials because this is 3D printed and this will leak. But when I actually cast this in a resin, then I'll be able to make sure that this thing is waterproof. So that's what I've been working on. I'm real excited to see all of this stuff finally work. I can come over here, stop the simulation, and it's going to take me back to the surface, and hopefully soon I'll be ready to take this thing underwater. See ya.